how far the deception goes and how far the lies go?
That was going to be my question about the addictive factor.
Everyone at home, look up on the internet right now, look up Harvard 2015 study, nicotine is not addictive. So they do an animal study with nicotine. They want to know just how potent of an addictive substance is nicotine in 2015. And they can't get any of the animals to be addicted to strict nicotine. And then Harvard submits FOIA requests of the federal government to find out how did the tobacco giants make their products addictive if nicotine isn't the addictive substance?
Good question.
Because we've all been lied to. Harvard figured it out in 2015. They get the documents from the 1970s and 80s. The tobacco giants at that point started to make what they called light cigarettes. And they couldn't get anybody to rebuy them because they weren't addicted to them. They weren't addictive enough. So
But they had nicotine in them.
Yeah, they had nicotine in them.
So what was the difference between those and the other ones?
Yeah, so they just reduced the amount of tobacco product in these cigarettes, however they did it. Maybe they made them smaller to make them lighter. Who knows? I didn't even get that far. I didn't even care because what was revealed was the magic. They hired chemists to come in and actually tell them, how do we make our tobacco products addictive? Because people aren't buying it. This is in the 70s. And chemists go, well, it'll be easy. If you just add a chemical called pyrazines to the nicotine and to the tobacco plant, everybody will be addicted to it.
How do you spell that?
Pyrazines. They add two products to enhance flavor profiles and aromas, and they are super addictive. In fact, Harvard published that the pyrazines are what create the dependency for all tobacco products, including nicotine.
Let me just recap for a second. Nicotine isn't addictive.
Right.
Harvard proved it in 2015.
Right.
In the 70s, the industry basically hired to figure out how to make it addictive to sell more.
Yes.
That's when they introduced pyrazine.
Wait, I heard somewhere that nicotine, is healthy for you. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Why should they smash the like button? Let's go.
Yes.
And that's what makes cigarettes addictive today.
Yes. And then they lied to all of you and said tobacco products cause cancer. Oh my God, we've heard that too. Oh my God.
Wait.
It's crazy.
One question. There are those cautions on cigarette boxes today. I think it's by law.
It is.
Where it says caution. Nicotine is an addictive substance. Stay away from it, blah, 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 blah. If Harvard proved what they proved in 2015, how is that on the box?
That's true, right? I have the same question for the COVID-19 vaccines. How do they still say they're safe and effective?
Oh,
fair enough.
He went there.
Messed up world. I got it.
So
he went there.
I guess you're just free to label whatever you want, I guess, and lie to everybody in the whole world. I guess people just get away with that crap. I have no idea how they do this. All right, so they told you also that tobacco and nicotine are also carcinogens. They cause cancer, lung cancer. Did you know that right now on the FDA's website, they list that they have approved 600 chemicals to be added to tobacco cigarettes and tobacco snuff that are synthetically man-manufactured chemicals. 600. Actually, they laced it with arsenic. Do you know that arsenic is a cancer-causing chemical? And do you know they started adding sugar into the tobacco product inside the cigarettes? And when you burn sugar, and that sugar gets inside of your lungs where arsenic is, do you know that sugar is an immune suppressant and allows cancer to thrive?
Oh my.
So you cannot trust the entire narrative you're hearing about tobacco. And this is going to get way worse than you think about just venom being in plasmids causing COVID and then these vaccines, because you're going to realize just how far they will go to lie to all of us, to make us sick, diseased. It's awful in the perspective of tobacco and nicotine. So when I say nicotine's not addictive, in January of this year, Jason Shurka, there's a published paper. They collected people from around the world who had a myriad of what they compiled were 21 total long hauler COVID symptoms that people had to be having still.
Increase the brightness. See if that makes a difference. Play. Because this is crazy. Guys, smash that like button if you're enjoying the video so far.
People had to be having still for a year and a half after having COVID, unrelated to the vaccines. This year, January 2023, they want to cure them of their symptoms finally, after exhausting all of the measures, medication, supplements, rehab. Some of those symptoms are these. So think about this at home, people. Is it at all? Do they struggle with any cognitive impairment at all? Do they struggle with any motor deficit, which is the inability
it's
to
not
take a
me
deep
fast
breath?
forwarding.
Are they challenged breathing-wise? Are you seeing people in your life walking upstairs and having to stand there to catch their breath still 2 years later after having a mild case of COVID? Do you know anybody who's struggling with tachycardia, arrhythmias, or palpitations, chest pains at all since having COVID? Do you know anybody that you love at home? And just, the reason why I'm doing this, 37% of all people worldwide who had any COVID are reporting these symptoms right now.
Wow.
So if you don't know somebody, it's because you're not going outside, or you don't call anybody, or you're a hermit. So when I say, do you know any of these people? You should. Do you know anybody who did not have diabetes and then got a mild case of COVID and now has been diagnosed with diabetes? That's one of the criteria. Do you know anybody who did not have high blood pressure before they got COVID? A year ago, 2 years ago, and now have been diagnosed with high blood pressure and are now on high blood pressure drugs for life? Do you know those people? Do you know anybody now struggling with insomnia since having a mild case of COVID? Do you know every single one of those symptoms is actually caused by snake venom? All of them. And do you know that this study in January of 2023, did you know that they actually said, we are going to do a treatment with these people still struggling for a year and a half, that nothing else has freed you of your symptoms, and we're going to ask you to do one thing and one thing only for 6 days only. These people have been struggling for 2 years, year and a half to 2 years. They only asked them to do one thing for 6 days. And Jason, 100% of all their symptoms went away.
And what was that one thing?
A 7 milligram nicotine patch.
Every day.
Once a day. They asked them every morning to put on a patch of 7 milligrams, nicotine patch. World, they only sell 3 types. 7 milligrams, 14 milligrams, and 21 milligrams. They asked them to take the smallest patch size and wear one either on their arm or leg, wherever, they didn't care, put it on your body. Every morning, put on a new one for 6 days only. 100% of all their symptoms went away. That was this year. Oh my God, the French researchers in April of 2020 begged governments around the world to use nicotine patches, nicotine gum, to rid the world of the pandemic. And they all turned their back and then lied to all of you and then said, don't trust any nicotine-containing tobacco product instead. Okay, people. Let's bring us forward. You ready? Oh, in the paper, they described why they hypothesized this was going to work, and they quoted 2 studies. And they said, because the spike protein gene of COVID is from king cobra venom and from crate snake venom. And they target nicotine receptors. And we hypothesize nicotine because it has a binding affinity 30 times more than acetylcholine and venom. It would release the venoms and the symptoms would come back on. Now, I want to explain.
Oh my goodness me. Guys, what kind of world are we living in? That's all I'm saying is what kind of people want, or should I say businesses, companies, they want forever profits. So they're going to do whatever it takes to get you hooked and addicted to their product. If you go in the stores, in the Walmart, Tesco's, wherever you are, go to your supermarket. The amount of products that you're going to see, we all know it's insane, but you have to think to yourself, they understand that they're competing with each other. So they need to do something to get you to rebuy their products. I'm sorry, this is the way they think. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you agree with me, let me know in the comment section down below. And obviously smash the like button because this is insane. So we know already that they want you to buy. And you're not telling me in a world where maybe they can get away with some cheating, they're not gonna cheat? You're telling me if in a simple game of football, for example, or basketball, just normal sports, that people cheat where they can, you're not telling me these billion-dollar industries where there's billions at stake, a company that's lasted for generations, you're telling me they're just gonna accept to just a company that's lasted for over 100 years to just fall without them cheating, doing everything they can, or to obtain forever profits, as they say? I'll let you do the maths. I'll let you think about it. Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, link is in the description down below. If you are a serious entrepreneur, you want to get started, and you don't want to lose your soul in the process, Guys, this video isn't sponsored by anybody, but for a long time now I've been running my other YouTube channels and showing people how to grow on YouTube and actually make money on YouTube. So I thought I'll bring it to my Christian channel as well to show you guys as proof. Let me refresh the page right there. It's refreshing, and as you can see, this month alone we've been able to bring in £1,598. In dollars is probably 1,800 and something, I believe. If you are interested, link is somewhere in the description down below. By all means, you don't have to, but I thought, hey, Christians need to make money too. And now with the transparency out of the way, let's get back. So there it is right there, guys. If you guys are serious about business, then be sure to join. Link is somewhere in the description down below. God bless you all. See you in another video.